Goldberg is undeniably one of the most iconic figures in professional wrestling history. His streak in WCW remains legendary, and his intensity and charisma made him a household name for wrestling fans around the world. Over the years, Goldberg has shared numerous reflections on his career, WCW, and the competition with WWE. However, there is one thing he recently claimed that doesn't quite line up with the facts. He suggested that he was a driving force behind WCW's peak ratings, imply he was a champion when WCW was outperforming WWE. The reality, however, tells a different story. During the Monday Night Wars of the late 1990s, WCW was indeed dominating the ratings. The company's Monday Nitro show regularly defeated WWE's Raw in viewership, giving WCW a unique edge in the industry. This period is often remembered as WCW's golden era, featuring a roster packed with talent like Sting, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, and Kevin Nash. While Goldberg's rise was meteoric, it's important to note the timeline. When WCW first started consistently beating WWE in ratings, Goldberg was not yet the champion and was still climbing the ranks. Goldberg made his official television debut on WCW Nitro in September 1997. He quickly captivated fans with his explosive style and incredible athleticism, and his popularity surged almost immediately. However, the peak of WCW's dominance over WWE began earlier in 1996 and continued into early 1998. Stars like Hollywood Hogan, Sting, and the NWO New World Order were central to the company's rating success before Goldberg ever held the championship. In other words, while Goldberg played a significant role in keeping WCW relevant, he was not the initial reason the company was beating WWE in the ratings war. It's easy to see why Goldberg might believe otherwise. His streak and title reigns were so impactful that they often overshadow the contributions of other stars in retrospect. Goldberg eventually became WCW World Heavyweight Champion in July 1998, during a time when WWE was still strong, but by then, WWE was beginning to rebound with its own compelling storylines, including Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and the rise of the Attitude Era. Therefore, attributing WCW's ratings dominance solely to Goldberg isn't entirely accurate. The reality is more nuanced. WCW's success was a combination of multiple factors, including its roster depth, edgy storylines, and the NWO phenomenon. Fans of Goldberg shouldn't take this as a slight against him. His contributions to WCW were monumental, and his matches and promos brought an energy that few could match. However, historical accuracy matters when discussing wrestling history. The Monday Night Wars were defined by multiple stars and storylines converging to create a cultural phenomenon, and while Goldberg was an important piece of the puzzle, he wasn't a champion when WCW first started beating WWE. In conclusion, Goldberg's impact on professional wrestling cannot be overstated. He was one of the most dominant performers of his era, and his legacy is cemented in the annals of wrestling history. But when it comes to WCW's peak in the ratings, it's clear that the company's success came before Goldberg's championship reign. Understanding the timing of events and contributions of other wrestlers helps provide a more accurate picture of why WCW once dominated WWE on television. Goldberg was a crucial part of the story, but he wasn't the origin of WCW's ratings triumph.